I'm over here rocking a mix of Monster Energy and Pedialyte, a little concoction I call work-life balance.
I'm obsessed with you. Holy shit.
And on that note, welcome back, everybody.
Oh, they're back.
They're
Hey,
back, guys. They're back. Everybody say hi to the audience.
Hi.
Hello.
Can
Hi,
you tell?
Jables.
Yeah, shout out Jables. As you can tell, I've been watching a lot more Dimension 20, so I was like, do I do welcome neighbor, say hi neighborhood watch? But no. Just say hi to them, the audience who listens instead.
Hello, Brennan Lee Mulligan.
I will send a shout out to my student employees who listen to this. Turn in your timesheets.
Have your students listened to the previous season where it was suggested that our Patreon, one of the tiers was just a date with you?
I do remember
Have they heard that part too?
Oh yeah, no,
forgot
they've
about
listened
that.
to everything,
I love that for them.
and they're on my short list right now because they said that Ed was their favorite.
Oh, hell yeah!
in season 1, 2, or 3?
No, that actually is a
Yeah,
valid
Have
question.
they listened to season 3 yet?
How would they have? I haven't even edited it yet.
Eduardo, big guy.
Big guy.
Good guy.
The only canonicity between our seasons is just the Ravensworth family lineage.
I
Yes.
want to see
The-
that family tree so bad. Like, I
I'm
have
gonna turn
so
into a
many
Once Upon a
questions.
Time family tree.
It's kind of like Yggdrasil. Like, it's all kind of connected to
Yeah.
one Ed in the sky.
Is
Ooh,
there
I
an
like
Ed, the god of
Yggdrasil.
stories?
Yggdrasil's
It's the
really
Yggdrasil.
good.
Do we all
I-
share a timeline with the other seasons?
No. There's
Oh,
no
okay.
canonicity with the other seasons other than Ed's lineage. That's the
Got
Or
it.
is
only
there?
thing. Like,
Yeah,
I need everybody to understand this. I'm just personally not a DM that likes to do a lot of callbacks to that. I find that you can get distracted easy. And I told this to Trav, who then said, all right, cool. It's another Ed's Raven something.
So good.
It's always a riff off of Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway
Yeah.
from the hit fanfic My Immortal. And every single season is going to be some version of Ed and something Raven. And like I'm still holding out for the season that we canceled to bring back Edvard Voronsky, which is just of the Raven in
Yes.
Russian.
So good.
There was a campaign plan for season 2 that was canceled because Notion deleted my entire DM notes setup.
Oof.
And I
The
was
lost episode.
and I was a goober and didn't back it up. A little peek behind the scenes of I'm already starting early with making the list for what season 4 could be.
Oh shit.
And one of the, not a spoiler, but a little tease, we'll see the interest. One of them was thinking about into consideration the Ed's lineage, where I was thinking caveman era. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
do we see the
Amazing.
origin?
And together strong.
All right, well, that's all talk about future seasons. Right now, we're on season 3, Neighborhood Watch. If you listened to the last episode, you know that we had 3 of our Neighborhood Watch go and do a grand patrol that I'm being elusive by, but that's because the other half of the group has no idea what happened. We're not going in the field of they're listening to the episode afterwards to get a better idea. No, that's far too easy, and I want my fun. They annoy me, so I want to be entertained by them getting annoyed by not knowing what happened. So, the way this is going to work is we're going back to our community meetings that will happen after every big episode, and we're going to see how the previous group does, sharing the experience that they had. I'm very much looking forward to it, and so let's begin.
Put down in the comments if you're team Granny Beef or team Mystery Kids.
I hate that.
I love that more than anything.
That sounds like the name of a dubious file. Like, I don't like that.
Randy Beef and the Mystery Kids. Holy shit.
Granny Beef and the Mystery Kids.
Sounds like a good band name.
If we don't reference that in a later season, I need that to be a band in a later season, please.
The first ever caveman band.
I'm just saying, Mystery Kids, if
Granny
you
Beef.
need a band name,
Oh my
there you
god.
go.
Yeah, I
Alrighty,
love it.
so we're going to begin. The following morning has arrived, the previous night, our brave-ish, brave-ish neighborhood watch, which consisted of Ed, Norman, and Yaya.
I think it ended with us all having brandy on Yaya's porch, the three of us. I think that's what happened. I think we decided that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We decided at the end of the night we
You
all
needed
had
a
one
drink
nightcap.
after. You needed a
and
drink after,
it was
yeah.
a good time.
But following that, we're now at the community meeting. Talking at the podium currently is back Taylor Hudson. He's waxing on and on about updates to the town, things that are going on. The kids of the group, CJ, James, and Penelope, you're all sitting in the crowd, just barely listening, just trying to get through it as whatever Taylor is talking about. However, we have Ed, Norman, and Yaya. You are off to the side of the platform where Taylor is with the podium. You are all talking amongst one another and getting ready to give the update for your neighborhood watch patrol. So, to remind our listeners, there's a homebrew mechanic with this. Basically, it's far too easy for these people to just explain what happened. That's boring, and I need my fun. So instead, there is a new mechanic that will be introduced for this particular instance of recounting the previous episode. That is a word limit on how much they are able to say when a character goes up to the podium. The three will elect or have me randomly pick whatever hunter will be going and recapping things. But they must roll 2d6 to find out how many words they're able to use. There's no modifier, it's just a flat roll for what you got. I will allow you to use luck to re-roll. You don't get a full pass, but you re-roll.
Is it re-roll both dice, or can you re-roll only
Both.
one dice? All right.
Both. You can re-roll both, but that's it. That is whatever that score is.
It's not a taking the higher of the two. It's you just take the second one.
Yep. You're locked in. So you might roll like a 7 and you're like, oh, wait, I want to see if I can get higher. And it's a 2, and that's what you got.
Brutal. All right. I love it.
So we're going to go and listen in to our past neighborhood watch group. How are you determining who's going to be going up?
All three of us say it one word at a time.
I think that I think it's the kind of thing, does sort of Mr. Hudson, Jeremy Hudson, that's his name. I was just saying Mr. because I couldn't remember his first. Taylor, fuck me.
The mayor.
The mayor.
He's not
Taylor,
the mayor.
He's not the mayor.
He's not the mayor.
He's the
What
assistant
is-
to the mayor.
He's like the
mayor's
community like representative. For Gilmore Girls, it's Taylor. He's the one that makes these meetings. Nobody has called for it. He's super annoying about being like,
Okay.
he's the guy
It's
with the
Mr.
bow tie from
Mayweather
Hot
from
Buzz.
Zootopia.
yes,
Um,
it's somebody who's just kind of like, I'm the representative of Crabapple. So yous are at the side of the podium. You're now just coming together to figure out who's gonna speak.
Norm will make a move to go up to the podium unless somebody slows him down or stops him. So,
And that person is Ed.
okay, I think I got this.
Ed just places a strong hand on Norm's shoulder and just says, Norm, we don't know who we can trust. We don't know what's happening. What do you mean you got this?
The people need to know. We need to tell them. My faithful listeners are in here, and they need to know the truth.
Then put that on your radio show. We need to cover
But
our
they're
asses.
here. There's a danger out there. People died.
Keep your voice down, Norm.
I think Yaya, because I feel like they're both like walking towards the microphone at this point, and I think Yaya just says, Mr. Hudson, excuse us, and she takes both of them by the ears and like pulls them back a little bit towards the back so that we can, talk about what we want to say. She drags them back by the ears. So yeah, and is like, all right, you two, okay, we are going to take a moment and we are going to figure it out, and I will hear from both of you what we want to say, And then I will say it, because that way we don't go too far in either direction. This doesn't turn into one of your lovely, lovely radio shows, Normandos, which I love, I am excited to listen to later. And then it also doesn't turn into an HOA campaign speech, in which I am sure I will hear many of later. This way, it is both.
As Yaya drags you to like a little bit of a farther end so you can talk a bit more in private, I'm going to ask our mystery kids to deafen, as they will be talking about what had happened in prior.
Bye.
Bye.
So obviously, we have had the passing of a few members of our community, rest in peace. And the question becomes, do we want to let, because I think that this is fairly clear that although those members of the PTA, Lorelai, oh God, what was her name? Lorelai
Carter-Linden, Alicia Young, and Madeline Cook.
Yeah, and Madeline Cook. I think that although those were some obviously I would say evil young ladies, it's clear that they were not the ones to have taken our sweet Millie, since there was no remains of Millie's found in the bottom of the, I do not believe that they would have, all of their murders appeared to be bake sale related, and I do not believe that Millie was any threat to the bake sale. So the question becomes, how much of this is relevant for our continuing investigation of the missing Coritza?
Well, I don't know why I got Southern for that whale.
Whale.
I gotta get Ed's accent back.
Does Ed have an accent?
Well,
Anyone here from that side of town?
Is that how you get into character? That's so funny.
Yeah, it's literally that fucking robot comedian from like the early 2000s who goes up. He's just like, anyone from out of town? Good. Anyone on a first date? Good.
I love that.
Anyway, so Ed's gonna kind of like look around the room and like kind of take inventory a little bit of who else is around, because Ed already, like in his mind, needs everybody to like him for the HOA, but he's also battling with the fact that like the PTA tried to murder his ass, so suddenly he's very like aware of like there are people out here trying to kill me. Possibly, I don't know. Ed would make it about himself somehow. Exactly. And this is why they need to vote for me, to protect our neighborhoods. But I think he would be looking around and trying to like see who is in the building, and then kind of like lean in a little bit and say to Yia Yia and Norman, we don't know who we can trust. Mrs. Flunkton seems to be okay. She offered some information and gave me some advice on dealing with the PTA. But I don't know how much we can say without putting targets on our backs.
I have always had a target on my back, so I don't mind going up there and telling the truth to the people. But I don't want to bring you all into this. So how about we just start off simple, and we tell them that the bake sale is canceled. Yeah, well, the bake sale is canceled because of concerns for the missing people. Just start off simple.
The bake sale is canceled, and that the PTA is currently seeking new leadership, I think are two very fair things.
That's an understatement.
We don't know if those three pharmacia were working with anybody else, if they were working alone. But I think I have a way that I can test that. Normandos, do you have that flask with the pool water from last night?
No, I do not. Okay, fine. Here it is. I cannot lie to you, Yaya.
Thank you, Agadi.
I'm sorry.
Afghanistan. And can Yaya do like magic? Like, can Yaya basically like try to sense to see if it's still like bubbling? Like, I feel like she like, she like holds it up to her ear to see if she could hear it still bubbling in the flask. I feel like she opens it and then like gives it a little sniff.
Yep, you can do investigate a mystery, but with a +1 because you're going to use magic.
Yeah. Well, so I'm doing investigate a mystery, not use magic.
You're going to use investigate a mystery, but I'm going to give you a +1 because you're a
Okay.
magic user. There's no in Monsters of the Week like a back proficiency, like you would in D&D, but for the sake of investigate, and if it's magical based for your playbook, as well as Nell's playbook, because you're magic users, I'm going to allow a bit of a bonus there.
Okay, I'm gonna by the way, I'm doing it so that I'm rolling 2d6 on like a on Google on my phone because I don't have dice on me because I'm at fun fact audience, I'm at my actual Yaya's house right now, which is very adorable. All right, I am rolling. That is an 8 plus 1 is a 9.
Great. So, partial success. So you unscrew the top of the flask and you hear like a psst
Mhm.
and bubbling. The noise of the bubbles does not sound like it would be, like carbonation. It almost
Yeah.
sounds like bubbles popping, but in reverse.
Okay. Interesting.
Doot add bubbles in reverse when you listen to this.
I do love that. I think she's going to take a quick little look around to make sure nobody sees her, and I think she's gonna pour a little bit on the floor.
Okay.
Ed is gonna like kind of step in the way to try to make sure that nobody sees this.
I just like pour a little bit on the floor. I just want to see what happens.
Okay. So when you drop it on the floor, you hear again like the sound of a hiss, like it's acidic. And you can see a bit of like the linoleum like floor. Just like that paint just starts to kind of peel up a little bit, but then it goes down, but then it peels up again and then it goes down.
Does anybody hear this?
No, you're far away from everybody else at the moment because you're just conversing.
So it still seems active, I guess, is the what we're
Yes.
getting at. So I think that Yaya like does that. She closes up the flask and she hands it to Normandos. Ed, it appears that you are right in your caution, and that there is still magic that is active within this. So you are correct that we should be cautious because there might be other pharmakia out there who are working with these magic users. Pharmakia, by the way, means like magic users or something in Greek. Anyways,
I thought it meant pharmacist.
well, think about it like pharmacist, right? Like in
Fair enough, yeah.
yeah, old herb lore and whatnot. Anyways, it's fun.
Yeah, like a apothecary style.
Yeah.
Ed just kind of like does a double take looking back at Penelope, who's
Mhm.
like sitting in the back painting her nails canonically and during this recording. And just kind of turns back and says, "We need to think about continuing this investigation. Mrs. Flunkerton?
Mhm.
Flunkton. Yeah, like a
Mrs.
teacher.
Flunk-
And you want to
flunk.
be the HOA president.
Yeah. You flirted with her, so.
I did. She could be Penelope's new mom. I have no idea. That's not canon. Anyway, we need to be thinking about how this investigation continues. I can't put my daughter at risk. However, Mrs. Flunkton did say that there are tapes of the night Millie went missing at the school, readily available. Maybe if we can convince someone like CJ to go in and take one for the team, perhaps we could get somewhere and actually get to the bottom of this.
More information is a very good idea, Agori. I understand your concern about, wanting to protect, your family. And my worry, though, is that Millie Pritchard is somebody's daughter as well. And we do not know if whoever has caused her disappearance will stop there. There are clearly other evil forces here in our wonderful community, in our Horiol. And I am not able to stand aside while the children of our community are at risk. And so I think the risk is worth it.
And I agree with you, Yia Yia. But CJ's life is a risk I am willing to take.
I do think it is a good idea to communicate to the next patrol the potential for. I think that there are two things that I would like to communicate to the next patrol. I think that those tapes are a very good idea. I also believe that we had found out that Millie had been spending a lot of time working on the Arboretum project and had spent a lot of time alone and had a key to the main gate of the Arboretum and everything. I think that those are 2 points that when we communicate to the next patrol, we should definitely focus on.
As you are discussing, you can hear in the distance Taylor Hudson on the microphone telling the crowd,
And in just a few moments, we'll have the neighborhood patrol group that was viewing Red Delicious Worlds to come up to give their update.
Okay, so we have a few more minutes. Normandos, with the idea that there might be other magic users, do you agree that maybe we should keep the identity of the PTA leadership sort of? What do you think we should do?
They are the PTA leadership, so they knew people know who they are. And they're going to notice that they're not going to be around. So I don't think protecting their identity is the most useful effect of our time.
That is a good point.
I believe in being straightforward enough to know that these people will be missing. We do not need to say how they went missing. I do not want to go to jail.
Perhaps we should roll some evil?
and with that segue, thank you, Trev.
You're welcome.
Who are we picking to go and give the update at the top of the podium?
Personally, and this is very much like meta reason, I kind of want Norman to do it.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
thinking the exact opposite. I wanted Norman to go up there and get pushed away by by
Well,
Ed.
and hear me out. So, like, I think Norman has like the most unique perspective on this, considering he got fucking levitated.
Yeah.
But I think also it fits nicer with the mechanic because I feel like Norm, do you have stage fright? Like, is radio show the only public speaking that you're cool with?
How are you in front of people?
I wouldn't say it's stage fright. I think it's the only reason why he does public radio is because that's the only acceptable place for him to do it.
I love that.
It's his
Okay.
vision of being secretive.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a reason that like you would go up, you would have the information, you would have your takes, but it would only come out as however many words we roll for.
I love it. I'm super happy to have Norm do it. I guess my only request is I do think it's important to pass on like those two pieces, the tapes and the arboretum, mostly because like that is for direction for the other. But like I love it. I love the idea, and I think that how I would do that in canon is that like is sort of Norman like convince Yaya convince her and she'll trust you to do it. Is sort of
Roll manipulate someone.
No, not even a manipulate.
No.
I was gonna say like on it, like if you give Yaya a reason and she will trust you because of your guys' relationship.
And I feel like if Yia Yia holds on to Ed's ear, Ed isn't going to interrupt
Love it.
as much as he wants to.
Yeah, I was forced down into the sewers because people were afraid of the truth that I spoke to the people. And now it is infesting our lives. People are going missing. They need to know the truth. I promise to deliver the news that you need to say. But magic is real, and we need to be afraid of it.
Sick fucking reference, my guy.
Fucking
Hell
good
yeah.
shit.
Alrighty.
I think Yaya like takes a moment. She gives a look at Norman. Norman goes, Normandos, I trust you, and I believe that you are going to be good for this community. Go talk to your people, and they will listen. And then as like Norman walks off, I feel like she grabs Ed by the ear and is like, "You do not mess this up for him."
Ed, while still in pain from Yia Yia's ear pinching, because I firmly believe she grabs the same earlobe each time. Like, we're
Absolutely.
not pointing this out.
It just
It's
slowly
absolutely,
gets slowly gets stretched more and more. By the end, it's like
I'm
a
gonna
gauge.
get like fucking
Gauges.
12 gauges in my fucking earlobes by the end of this. But I feel like even though he's in pain and he's like he's thinking to himself, he's just like, while I don't trust Norman to deliver the information the way Ed wants him to, this also keeps the target off of my back and off of Penelope's back. So Ed reluctantly is like, yes, yeah, yes.
Good boy.
Alrighty. All right, Norman, roll the 2d6. See how many words you're allowed.
That's a 4 and a 3.
So 7 words.
Yes.
Do you want to roll again to see if you get more?
I mean, that's the average. So it's 50-50 whether you get more or less, my dude.
I think I'm fine. I mean, it's the difference of what, 4, 5 words?
Yeah. No, I support you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then. Oh, this is perfect.
I love it.
Can bake sale be 1 word?
Nope, that is 2 words.
Well, what if it was?
Nope.
Damn.
Okay. I mean, I can still make it work. I'll just take the please out.
Hello, mystery kids.
Hello.
I can hear again.
Lon,
Lunday!
You can't. I'm gonna call
Hey,
him.
Google. Call Monday.
No, I'm calling him.
here, boy.
Here he comes.
Here, boy.
Hope you weren't waiting long. I was doing a reading of 50 Shades of Chicken.
Oh,
Hell
lovely.
yeah.
I
So
love
there's
Alrighty.
going to be 2 chapters of that in my recording that will
You
not.
were reading it aloud.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
that.
I had to do something funny.
We definitely need to like cut back to that or at the very end of the episode and just be like, meanwhile on the other side of the call.
You sent me to voicemail one day.
Because I'm back in here.
You sent me to voicemail.
Rude.
Alrighty. So CJ, James, and Penelope are back at the quote-unquote table, Discord call. Using the crowd, you are able to get your attention back up to Taylor as he says, and now, concluding all of that wonderful information, we will now welcome one of the neighborhood watch to come up and tell us how their patrol had gone last night.
By the way, the vision on the side of the stage, you have Yaya holding Ed by the ear to stop him from moving forward as who walks forward?
So Taylor steps back from the microphone and he gestures to the stage where Norman walks up.
Norman respectfully takes off his fedora and places it on the podium. And from inside of his yellow rubber rain jacket, he's still wearing like his like suit underneath of it, but from the inside of his yellow rubber rain jacket, he takes out a large thermos, unscrews the cap, and like this pungent, vinegary, meaty smell wafts through like the whole meeting area. And you hear like a little jingle on the inside as he takes a sip, just. It's okay. I got this right.
Good Foley work.
Great Foley work.
Hello, everybody. My name is Norman Alfred Pearson. I am the radio host of the Midnight Zone on 770 AM WFOG. Thank you for listening. Our report for last night is that the PTA missing. Investigate Arboretum. Bake sale canceled. Any questions?
Taylor kind of like pushes you back, Norman, and steps back up to the microphone, goes, "Thank you, Mr. Pearson, for that update." He looks a bit like confused as he says that, if it was an update, but then turns back to the crowd. In reference to the latter half of his update, yes, the bake sale is now officially canceled. Only a few people grumble, but mostly people like, Okay, good. Like, very, like, sighs of relief that they don't have to deal with that. Hudson keeps going and says, yes, our PTA leads are, and he stops and he looks down, currently not accounted for. We do have police that will be making the rounds in the Red Delicious Roads neighborhood to ask about last known whereabouts and if anybody knows what had happened. And he gestures to the crowd to where Marnie Pearson and then to Quinn Neal, both of which are hanging around the back rows. Both are looking pretty sullen. Also, Alicia Neal, she is also sitting there, like, head a bit down, not really looking at anybody. We will also be asking about the happenstance for Patrick and Samantha. If anybody had last seen what had happened to them, we are investigating there. And he stops for a little bit and, like, tries to think of the right word. He goes, passing. We will be having some police officers right outside, so if you happen to know anything, you are able to divulge information there. And he gestures to the door outside the community center, and there's some police officers from the town. You would have known them, just kind of like wave and gesture where they're at. Apart from that, we are increasing the demand for curfew. We will be enforcing the buddy system for those traveling at home due to things that are there. And he kind of like pulls out like his little notebook as well, like a little like hand one, goes, leading into that, we are also going to be asking if anybody had seen Randall Crane, Lewis Weaver, and Thomas Weaver, as they had not returned home last night. And you see a woman stand up, Mrs. Weaver, Mina Weaver. You can tell she had been like crying, looking a bit tense, but trying very hard to keep it together. And beside her are two daughters, teenagers. Taylor gestures to them. They were last seen in the Honeycrisp Haven neighborhood going on a walk. So if you have any information, please go there. As well, again, a reminder, Hannah and Thomas Pritchett, they have their flyers out and about in case you know any information and can contact them about the disappearance of Millie. A man gets up. He's an older man and an older woman. They both stand. Taylor gestures to them. Mr. and Mrs. Crane here went and made posters of the missing from last night. It very much could be us being a bit frazzled, but we want to make sure that everybody knows who they are and can be on the lookout to see what might have happened. We do not want any more people to be missing or unaccountable anymore. And he looks a bit like awkward and pained as he says that, trying to be the most, some sort of decorum. Mr. and Mrs. Crane are passing out each one of them have their own stack of flyers. The first one that they give, and you see it first in the crowd, CJ, James, and Penelope. One is for the missing Crane, Randall Crane. He is a teenager. He looks like he's a jock. He probably would have been like a year or so older than the rest of the teenagers in the group. And then the other one is of the missing Weaver, so Lewis and Thomas. You can see one is the father. He looks to be the same age as Mrs. Weaver. Then there is a small boy who looks to be in elementary school. And for the sake of clarity, Lewis is the young boy, while Thomas is the father.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified that because I wrote the reverse.
Yes. Yes. So they pass these out to everybody. These are in their inventories. And James, you will have the Weaver and Crane household number in your inventory. So you are able to call later on if you wish to. They finish passing these out and then return to their seats. And Taylor claps his hands and goes, with that, we're going to take a brief recess. I will be available to answer any questions as well as and he tries to like bring up the mood again. Just, we have some exciting news in the world of the HOA campaign. And he gestures. Mr. Dinkerson will be coming on stage and talking about some exciting new plans he has for the neighborhoods. But until then, please let yourself to some refreshments and get some time to stretch your legs. And with that, everybody starts getting up from the crowds. We're going to begin with you, Penelope, as you get up. What are you doing?
Well, Penelope was painting her nails.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting up. She's making sure, like, they're pretty decent. They're not going to be smudged and stuff.
Roll act under pressure.
Oh, God.
Good shit. This is the content that I live for.
Roll for
and-
cuticles.
Yeah.
We're a pressure modifier. Okay. Well, that's a 10.
Okay,
Nice.
they're
Nice.
perfect.
Hell yeah.
They look
Perfectly filed.
sick.
Because my real nails are not perfect at all right now.
Shh, they don't know.
Hey, Nell, can you do mine? They're all like messed up.
Oh, are you two sitting near each other?
Probably.
Yeah, I could do yours next.
Awesome. Yeah, there. I tried to myself, and I'm just really, I really overdid it, and this is like all over the sides of his fingers and shit.
It looks like he's wearing thimbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just all over.
Yeah, we'll have to remove that first, but then I'll do
Well,
that for you.
Yeah, I figured.
All right. Ed, you see Penelope like holding one of CJ's hands to just look. She's just looking at the nails. But in your mind, you just see them like her like cradling his hand.
Ed like basically does a double take because he was listening for the HOA stuff, and then the first thing he sees as he like vaguely turns is like we're gonna Oron High School this bitch. So like what you
does
guys
he
saw.
see?
What you guys saw was just somebody looking at somebody else's hand. What I saw was essentially CJ proposing.
Amazing.
Like fully like trying his best, like hand reached out, very, very regal.
I was gonna do a different reference. I was like, you see the Harry Osborn wink, and on your double take, I'm gone.
A bus comes by.
A bus passes
and-
through the community center.
through the community center, and suddenly CJ is gone. I hired the bus. It was an effective hit.
Just turned into Mean
you imagine
Girls.
CJ saying, "I like trains," and then just
Yeah.
that's a very specific active movie reference. I like trains.
Classic.
Good shit.
So Ed stomps his way over there because certain viewers from the last episode, and we'll get into this. Remember, I have a reason to be mad at my daughter right now.
Oh yeah.
They're in trouble.
I mean, I'm not surprised you're mad at her, and there's a lot of things that you just get mad at.
Yeah, so I am sending her a message really quick.
Yeah, remind me, please. She's a rebellious teenager. There's a lot of things for you to be mad at.
All right. So Ed has a reason to be mad at his daughter, and he hates Cyril, so he's gonna go up.
The government name.
he goes up and like places a gentle hand, a gentle but firm hand on Penelope's shoulder, and then also places a hand on CJ's shoulder, gripping it like he owes him money, and says, "Oh, you kids, Penelope, a word, Cyril."
Ed.
Ed.
Dick drawer.
Dick.
And Ed like kind of like does a little like sideways shuffle out from the seats that were in the community center and like goes off
Before he
far
shuffles
enough.
Penelope away, she's gonna high five CJ at that dick joke.
Ed is just gonna flinch and kind of like I'll kill him later. It's okay, he'll be dead soon. He goes and pulls Penelope to the side. So, do you have anything you want to say?
No.
Ed just kind of like lets it linger because he's that fucking manipulative parent. You know, Penelope, I'm not mad.
Let me guess. You're disappointed.
That is an understatement, young lady. What happened at the football game?
Penelope, you remember, being at the game for posers, but your dad made you go.
So you can be in the yearbook.
What he thought, you being in the yearbook, but, you're not staying at a poser football game. And you were going home with the rest of them who live in the same neighborhood as you, like Millie and everything. Just a jock. Even though Millie is known as being very nice. So you would have been probably hanging out with CJ and a few others just putting graffiti.
Is this dick night? No, I'm not calling it that.
It's high school.
Wait,
it's dick
Dick
night.
Gate.
Dick game.
Because
Yes.
the fence.
Dick game.
The fence.
Yes.
You painted my fence and my gate.
That's going to be up. I'm going to let you, Penelope, decide. Did you assist CJ in graffitiing the fence?
Oh, yeah, 100%. It was her idea to graffiti the fence.
That would have been the night in which the graffiti happened.
Ed is not hearing this.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah.
Penelope, you know that what you told your father was instead of going home with Millie and other teenagers that live on the same neighborhood as you, you were just out with CJ graffitiing your own front fence.
Mm.
And here I was, thinking that it was just a long game. As these wonderful high school rivalries tend to be. What I want to know is why the biggest competition of that night was your competition with the truth. I couldn't even say it with a straight face. A certain school staff member informed me that you didn't actually leave with Millie that night and the other cheerleaders. So where were you?
Where do you think I was?
I think you were off being kidnapped like everybody else in this godforsaken town.
Would be nice, but I'm here.
I forget, oh wait, no, your mom is always on business trips. I was about to just be like, oh, Dolores, give me strength.
You could just make her this mystical figure.
Yeah.
Oh, Dolores, give me strength.
Well, she's not giving you anything else, that's for sure.
Mm?
Penelope.
Does he also sing that?
Yeah. Ed is canonically a huge fan of Epic the Musical 40 years too soon.
Incredible.
Penelope. As your father, I want you to be safe. And in case you haven't noticed, people tend to go missing in this town. Some might even say that magic is real. And we should be very afraid of it right now.
Damn it, beat me to it.
We're gonna do so many of these.
Yeah.
This is like the 5th time that this has come up in this recording.
Don't worry about it.
I need to know that after your shift tonight, that you are gonna make it back safe. Can you promise me that?
Yes, Dad, I'll be fine.
Say you promise.
I promise I'll come back safe.
At what time?
Be back by midnight.
Just get back safe.
I will.
For your mother and I. Your very absent mother and I.
Like she cares.
Honestly, we're on the same page there. Me and Dolores have not been doing well. That's why I keep calling her Dolores. But anyway, whether or not that is canon, who fucking cares? Not important to the plot. Ed just kind of like gives like a very defeated sigh because behind all the exterior bravado and just general douchebaggery, there is a dad that cares. He's not the dad that was there, but he's the dad that showed up when he was not needed.
It's not the dad the city deserves.
They're biologically related.
So is Dolores, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
But Ed just kind of like gives out a very defeated sigh. And as like Penelope is like starting to kind of like wander off, I just blurt out, I was like, Penelope, one more thing. Stay away from that Cyril character. No funny business tonight.
You can see CJ like over Ed's shoulder.
Joke's on you. It's his shift too. I'm just gonna walk away.
Ed like stomps over to fuck, what is his name? There's too many names
Hudson?
this season. Hudson.
Yeah.
And like, we don't have to record this interaction, but he's going to go over and like basically try to chew him out of like, why the fuck are you sending 3 kids alone, teenagers, at midnight? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I imagine it's his first time using Excel, and that's just what the sheet put out, and the bureaucracy took over from there.
Sure.
I like this. So I think that Yaya sort of like sees this interaction, and I think that she kind of, based on especially what like Ed was saying earlier, like when, you know, the adults were talking, as well as like, I think that, you know, she can see like that there is actual worry on his face. Yaya is going to sort of like walk sort of past it, and I think she's going to like sort of put like a hand on his like arm for a second as she passes him, and then she goes to Nell as sort of just to like, you know, like so that because I kind of want him to like vaguely pay attention to this interaction, not like be part of it, but know that it's happening. And so I think that Yaya is going to go up to Nell and say, I know that you and, you know, your patera don't quite get, you know, see eye to eye. But as you know, right, there are things that we need to be careful of. And I know you can take care of yourself. I know you can do that, Koricha. But just as a little sort of peace of mind for me, as well as maybe your pateras as well, I am going to give you this. And I hand her the evil eye amulet that that Normandos had last night. So it is I don't have it on me right now because it's at my apartment, unfortunately, but it's or I mean, I was gonna show it physically because I showed it physically last time. But oh wait, is there one here? Oh no, yeah, it doesn't have any more evil eyes in the house actually. There's a whole long story, and don't worry about
be
it.
careful.
It's a whole the new priest at the new Greek church has a thing of. Anyways, don't worry about it. But it is about the size of like a silver dollar, like one of those big like 50-cent pieces. And it's a blue glass like an evil eye, and it has a little sort of like hole in the top, and with it is threaded this like light blue and dark blue sort of like woven string that sort of like has it on a little loop, so it's like a little amulet. When you hold it, you might be able to, there's some warmth. I think that you, like Normandos couldn't tell this, but you could tell that there's like some warmth that's kind of coming out of it. And Yaya says, keep that with you tonight. It'll give you a little bit of extra protection. And in game terms, it gives you a +1 armor for tonight.
Yes. So you will have this, Penelope, for the next episode, but you'll only have it for the next episode. Afterwards, it will be returned to Yaya.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Yaya leans forward and says, and take care of the boys too. They're gonna need your help.
I will, Yaya. Thank you.
Just as a reminder, if you want any more information about what happened previously, this is the time to ask them. You are able to ask them questions, and they're able to give you a straight answer. Maybe you're not getting the full context, but you'll be able to get some information.
And each one of our characters kind of has a unique perspective on those events. So I would encourage talking to all 3 of us.
I'm trying to think of a question to ask Yaya.
So while you're thinking, Penelope, CJ.
Here's the thing, CJ is scared of Norman.
So funny.
And hates Ed. So it's a toss-up, but he really wants to know what's going on.
Ready? Odds or evens?
Even.
For CJ, odds are Ed, evens are Norman, and James, whoever he's not talking to, you're going to be going up and speaking to.
All right.
I totally just picture Norman just walking up to CJ and just start talking to him.
Well, Norman is going to just walk up and talk to James because CJ, you will be talking to Ed.
Oh, God.
Boy.
He's looking back and forth like, Oh God.
Before you can even make the decision, Norman, you're already walking over to James. We're gonna see what Norman and James say first, and then we're gonna go back. Let them speak.
All right.
So Norman, you see James like looking around, and James, I would imagine that you probably like call him over a little bit, like he was in
Yeah.
the neighborhood watch. You got questions.
I feel like it's more that like Norman locks eyes with him, and James is like, "All right, I guess I
Pokemon
have
battle.
to."
Exactly. Yeah, James had just finished typing the numbers for the cranes and the weavers into his phone and accidentally looks up and locks eyes with Norman. And before he can go talk to somebody else, Norman's already walking over. And James is just thinking to himself, God damn it, but I need to know what happened, so this might work for me.
Alrighty. Norman and James, you go near each other, and what do you do?
Well, hello there, young man. Would you like something warm to drink? And he'll unscrew the lid of his thermos, and like the warm steam kind of billows up in front of your face, and like it smells like vinegar and garlic, but also kind of like savory, meaty. And you look down and you see like red dots in this like opaque liquid, like
See, I
almost
thought
like
it was like a
quarter-sized red
soup or
dots.
something. But James, his nose act like he can't even control it. His nose crinkles immediately at the smell of vinegar, and he just leans back further. Like, I think I'm all right. I ate before I came over before the meeting started, so I'm good on that.
I understand. This is not for the faint of heart. This is probably one of the concoctions that helped me make it through such a disastrous night. And he'll take a sip, and then he reaches in with 2 fingers and takes out a hot dog and starts munching on the hot dog.
No! Oh my god.
I picture
Can you lean in a little
barely
bit?
cooked.
Oh,
No, it's
God.
just hot dog water.
James,
Oh, God.
you were asking a question.
Yeah,
I was almost made into a soup last night. Like people.
Don't divulge.
oh,
Don't divulge.
yeah. James, stunned and astounded that there was hot dogs in the thermos, takes a moment before asking his question again. What is an arbitorium? What do you
Oh,
mean
no.
by that?
Arboretum.
Arboretum. Yeah.
Yeah,
Same thing.
The arboretum. Okay, Ghostos, I have to answer
Yes.
this very shortly, or because he's asking what an arboretum is, can I just like?
He's asking what the arboretum is, so you can just say what the arboretum is. Nothing else.
The arboretum, the big part of the project that is filled with trees.
Oh, like a park.
Yes, the word arbor comes from the Latin arbor for trees.
I thought you were just gonna end it on that. Comes from the Latin word arbor.
Like season 1 callback, arbor, the Latin word
Arbor.
for trees.
All right,
then.
cool. So the park. Why were you in the park? I thought you guys were supposed to be like in the neighborhood.
Well, that's the thing. We weren't in the park, but we are interested in the park.
All right. Interested in the park. Interesting. James is like takes a mental note of park equals question mark. And instead of prying more about why Norman is interested in the park, he instead moves on to asking about the bake sale, because as a jock and as part of the football team, James does have to sell popcorn. I looked into it, and teams have been selling popcorn since World War II, so it is accurate for him to have to sell popcorn as a fundraiser for the
You know
football
what?
team.
Doing that right now.
You know what, Key? You're gonna take a point of experience for doing back-end research on this.
Good for you.
Good for you. You get a point of experience for doing actual lore research.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure it would be accurate. So he asked Norman, so with the bake sale being canceled and the PTA, do you know if the popcorn sales are canceled too?
He'll put a hand on your shoulder and say, son, there are bigger things. But yes, there will be no popcorn.
Thank God.
You're not getting that bicycle prize this year.
Now, James absolutely hated selling that popcorn.
No trip to Cece's Pizza in a limo.
Could give less of a shit about a pizza party. That popcorn was awful.
As a former Boy Scout, I can attest that popcorn is always awful.
And then the cleanup after that, getting all the grease off the dumper.
The dumper?
Well, no. Are you talking about like in the big popcorn machines where you have to pull the lever
No,
and
the
it...
popcorn in
it's
the
like
buckets.
It's like a mail order. It's the football version of Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, Girl
Yeah.
Scouts.
Guys, I think
Girl
we just found
Scouts.
the episode title, Greased Up Dumper.
Oh, God.
We can't go from granny beef to greased up
Greased Up
dumper.
Dumper.
No.
Awful.
James, you have another question?
Was I close to the original title, Jen?
No.
What do you mean you couldn't have foreseen Greased Up Dumper?
So after breathing a sigh of relief that he no longer has to sell popcorn, he then says, all right, awesome, perfect. To follow up, though, how did the PTA go missing?
His face goes white.
This is the best question
And a
you
little,
could have
and a little
possibly
bead
asked.
of sweat comes down his temple. They are, son, if you have a chance, please listen to my radio, 770 AM WFOG, the Midnight Zone. I will tell everything on there. So make sure to tune in. However, they will not be missed. They are no longer with us.
Fucking hated him.
And when I say they're no longer with us, they're no longer, and spreads his arms out wide. They're no longer with us.
You can ask for clarification at any point.
Yeah, that didn't answer my question. How?
Do we have to be truthful in our answers?
I would implore you to be.
Yeah, there's no
I mean,
reason
fair.
to. There's no
Yeah.
reason
Did
to
you not
hide
hear me
it, right?
earlier when I said that the magic? Oh wait, no, I didn't say that to you. Magic is real, and we need to be real afraid of it. They almost turned me into a soup, but I was valiant and I threw them into the soup themselves. Okay, they tried to kill me.
James is his brain immediately goes to all of the 80s zombie movies that he has seen and
Amazing.
just starts nodding along, completely serious now, as if he understands, because he assumes that he understands now. Like, okay, I've heard that magic is real. For whatever reason, they tried to turn Norman into his hot dog water soup. It must be zombies.
Amazing.
Wait, so you jumped from soup to zombies?
Yes.
Just
And
stay
magic,
quiet.
soup,
So
zombies.
I see the logic. He asked you a very simple, what happened to them? You gave information that was not asked. And
Wait,
drew
what?
a conclusion that is not accurate.
Wait, maybe my
But it works.
wait, no.
Brain turns to soup. Brain turning to soup equals zombies.
I thought that was
That's a
related
great-
to
I
the
love that.
question.
He asked what happened to them. I'm not asking for any more clarification. I think this is perfect.
Yeah, I didn't ask what happened to you. I asked what happened
They
to the
died.
PTA.
Well,
You answered.
okay.
So
my
no,
my
we're gonna keep it like
answer-
that.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah, that's
So-
perfect.
So as you're nodding along, James, just zombies. That's the
Yep.
conclusion. We're gonna go to CJ and Ed.
Incredible.
So CJ, you're approaching Ed. How are you approaching him?
CJ looks up, sees that Nell is already talking to Yia, sees that Norman is thankfully gone away from him because he freaks him out, but then realizes begrudgingly that the person who is available to give details on this is his mortal nemesis.
We're never getting a redemption arc, are we?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Maybe in the
We're gonna
last step. I don't know.
Bitter enemies until the very end.
Probably. But he's gonna take a step, turn back, turn around again, and walk towards Ed. Ed.
Cyril,
CJ.
not my name.
That's my. So the whole PTA is missing?
Correct.
How many people were on it again?
At least 5.
So why do we only have 4 missing people posters?
Wait, is it true that the whole PTA is missing?
So the PTA heads are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He asked just how many people in the PTA were missing. Technically, there are 5 people who were missing. So we had
Yeah. It was the 3 heads.
and then Marnie and Quinn's significant others.
Yeah. The 2 who passed, according to Hudson.
Okay. So not only are people missing, people are dead.
Correct.
You can clarify a little bit, Trev. You don't have to just say yes. You could say yes, this many.
Do you think Ed would say that though?
I was gonna
Great
say Ed is keeping
This
it
is
short for like
terse-ass
canonicity
conversation.
reasons.
Yeah, I picture like Ed is like, he's not looking at you. He is just like
They're
corner of
standing
his
shoulder
eye.
to shoulder, not
Yeah.
looking at each other.
Oh yeah, we're
holding
both
cups of punch.
side-eyeing, and we're
Like
just
we're doing
talking
the
to each
fucking-
other.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah, they're at
fucking
the
CIA
craft
spy
table.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the parasol table, just stirring our tea.
Go
Nice
on.
callback.
I could go away.
How did they die?
There was a flare gun. There was a pool full of white wine. Some people levitated. Things happened. And here we are.
It's so fun seeing your reactions of what the fuck is going on.
Where's this?
I need
pool
y'all
full
to
of
know
white wine?
this is all canon. This is
This is
actually what
accurate.
happened.
This is accurate.
Where's this
Back
pool?
I know James isn't listening to this, but this is only solidifying my thought of zombies for some reason.
Are you actually asking where the pool was?
No. CJ
I can answer
CJ
that.
has
I
not
can
had
answer
a
that.
drink. But yeah, actually, yeah, he's gonna. It's gonna sound like he just wants the white wine. But where was the pool?
Lorelai's house. Miss Carter Linden, her house.
And you said it's empty.
It is now.
You drank it all.
No.
You freaking like drinker.
Did you have a point?
Freaking
No,
milk
I just
drinker.
don't like you. But
The
I need
feeling's
details
mutual.
because I'm kind of worried about going out tonight.
You know, funny enough, and Ed, like, while he's concocting this plan in his head, he's just straight up taking items off of CJ's plate. Like, not picking from the food in front of him. He's just kind of like grabbing random shit to like try to like sneak in closer to him because he doesn't want anybody hearing this. You know, Cyril, you're somewhat of a ruffian yourself.
I guess.
Might have something of interest to you. As part of this investigation, of course.
Yeah, I mean, we all need details.
Jen, you know where I'm headed with this? Can I divulge this without being asked?
Type it to me real quick.
The thing I'm
think-
willing to risk his life for.
I think I know what you're
Yeah.
asking, but you don't have to risk his life for it, which is why I'm confused.
Shh.
Go for it,
Okay.
Trev.
You know what? You're fine. I didn't say
What's
anything.
happening?
We're having a character moment.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cyril, you're not gonna get in trouble, I assure you. You wouldn't happen to know how to, I don't know, break into the security office at the high school?
You can break into anywhere. You just need a hammer or a crowbar.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. However,
No, I mean like it's easy to break
I will
any door.
pretend that I didn't hear that.
I'm not saying I do
will
it.
pretend.
I'm just saying it's easy. Just yelling in each other's faces at this point.
I'm fully picturing Ed like doing the scene from The Incredibles where he's in the office.
Yeah.
Where he's in the office, he's just like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I know you're upset. He's just like, there might be something of interest to this investigation that only I don't even know if I can call you a student, but
I go to school.
So do the custodians. They don't count. Anyway, fuck you.
I don't work there. Fuck you.
Ed, I'm gonna need you to roll manipulate someone against CJ.
Oh boy.
Roll well,
Not.
please.
Charm.
I got a 7.
All right. CJ, you're interested, but it's fully up to you if you want to know what's going on. Keep in mind that this would be something that would happen like off screen if you were to do it. You could feel free to say no, because that makes Ed have to kind of jump through some hurdles to get it done. So it's fully up to you. If you decide to take it, you do get a +1 hold to use later on. Anytime it has to deal with what happened in those videos.
Wait, he doesn't know that yet.
He doesn't know that yet.
But I mean, what else is in the school security
Yeah,
fair
office?
enough. Yeah, you can put 2 and 2 together. You're a adequately educated, possibly young man.
I have like a 3.5 GPA.
Not getting into Ivy Leagues, but okay.
Why do you have to be...
Because I run this fucking town.
Jesus! Wasn't expecting that.
Not yet.
But if, you were to, say, split off from the group this evening and do us all a favor and, be useful for once, there's some tapes in there that I do think we'll all find quite interesting, quite helpful even.
So you want, in the group of 3 that includes your daughter, you want one of them to leave while people are getting kidnapped?
I trust James to take care of her.
You should see James play Mortal Kombat. He's shit.
I don't know what that means, but I'm sure you can handle this.
It's a fighting game, and you can learn to fight from it. I know a lot of really cool moves because of it.
And I'm sure that'll be helpful as you take your hammers and roundhouse kicks to the security door.
So you do know about the roundhouse kicks in Mortal Kombat.
Shit!
Boy, I fought in Nam.
Is that canon?
I don't know what year it is.
It's 2000.
I used to be quite scrappy in my day.
Looks him up and down.
Fucking normal SpongeBob looking ass in front of you.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Where were we? About the actual
Security
session.
Yeah, so I've given
We
you
got
the side
into it.
quest. Do with that what you will.
You can decide if you want to do it. Like I said, this would be like prior we go into the next episode.
Okay.
I would make you roll for the outcome, or you could just not do it and it's fine.
You know what? It's damn tempting. I'll let you know.
So you're just gonna tell Ed maybe.
Yeah. I might check it out, but if I do, I'm not going to be a dumbass and use a hammer or a crowbar. I just said it's easy because you could.
What you do with your criminal record is beyond me.
What I do with my criminal record gets wiped in 1 year.
That's
Damn.
so good.
Statute of limitations, bitch. You think I don't think this shit through? I'm going hard while I can.
I'm gonna kill a man.
With this
I'll fucking
thumb.
murder those security guards. You're gonna make FNAF look like a fucking child's game.
I don't even know. I don't even know if I want that in.
You gotta keep that in. That was so
We gotta
funny.
keep it in. We gotta keep
That
it
was
in.
so funny.
I don't even know if that's how it works. I just remember in high school people thought that's how it worked. So you know
It's
what?
the early
That's the best
2000s,
part.
who knows?
Nobody fucking knows if that's accurate or not.
Yeah.
That's just what
Yeah.
he believes.
Yeah, I read it on a forum.
And if the teacher's 15 minutes late, you can leave.
Yeah, That's
You can-
law.
You can break as many laws as you want until you're 18, then it gets wiped, and you can leave if the teacher's 15 minutes late.
Oh my god.
Also, there's a pool on the 3rd floor.
Yeah. I remember high school too.
I had that too.
Ed like stops leaning in and like goes to like grab the coffee from the table and just kind of does a double take like, oh, you're still here, and asks CJ, do you have any other questions, or are you just here to annoy me?
He flips the plate that's that Ed is holding and then walks away.
As Ed deals with the mess that is there, we're gonna go back to Penelope and Yaya.
Hell yeah.
You two
Yeah.
discussing.
We don't have child violence in our traffic lights, do we? Can I punch this child while I still can?
Away. He walked away.
That won't help your HOA score.
It's all over my pamphlets. I'm more upset about the pamphlets getting covered in shit than I am about
Nah.
the food.
He walked away. We're now looking at Penelope and Yaya.
All right. So Yaya had just given Penelope the necklace, right? It was a necklace.
Well, it's just like a little amulet. My vision
little
is like you
amulet.
kind of like pin it to your, pin it to the vest,
Okay.
the little HOA vest, because it has the same. You already have the we got our, not the HOA, I'm sorry, the neighborhood watch vests we got in the last community episode, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you'll notice, Penelope, that the thread, because Yaya embroidered the neighborhood watch vests, and so it's the same color thread. So how it works is that I think, I talked about this last episode, but how it works, so we can cut this out because it is explained in universe, but for y'all who didn't know, it's the same thread of the amulet is in the vest, so it only works if you're wearing the vest. So if you, right, so the idea is that like if you for some reason dropped it or something and like a villain picked it up, like it wouldn't work for them. It only works because it's wearing with your vest. If the villain picked up and wore the sick vests, well, that's a Jen question.
Don't fuck up too bad. I don't have to worry about that.
So she's gonna fiddle with it in her hands. Thank you, Yaya. But why would I necessarily need this protection? And did my dad say something about magic?
Well, Kurita, the reason that you would need this is because there has been some, we saw some pretty dangerous magic last night, and I'm worried, and I just want to make sure that you're safe. I want to make sure that you're okay. And so it's just for my peace of mind as much as to make sure that you're okay. As for, your dad bringing up magic, I will say from our time in the watch last night, he definitely knows that it's real, but I want you to know that I made sure to tell him that even though magic is real, you don't always have to be afraid of it.
I love it so much.
God damn it. This might be the
all
most.
three of us said it. It was
Yeah,
so
all
funny.
three of
Also.
you got it, and I love
All three of
it.
us said it in separate conversations. Anyways, yeah. And we said it in different ways, which I think is incredible. Anyways, I love it. I love this for us.
Penelope.
Okay, interesting. He knows it's real. You said you faced dangerous magic? What do you mean by that?
I don't exactly know what they were, but we faced three fairly powerful pharmakia or magic users who had different abilities. One had a fire ability. One was sort of able to transform some of their physical aspects. And I don't remember what the third was able to do.
It was fire.
Yeah.
Then there was just kind of an overarching power user, and then the other really didn't get to
Oh yeah, that's why.
Was super
that's right. The
super
other-
strong.
Yes. So yeah. So there was some physical attributes, there was some firepower, and there was some other just sort of, general magic. And this is not sort of, not party tricks, not something sort of small and mundane. I mean, this was something that caused real harm.
Okay, this is interesting. So there.
But you do not have to worry about those particular ones any longer.
They died.
Okay. Were they perchance part of the PTA?
You are correct, Corita. They were the three heads of the PTA. Mrs. Cook, Mrs. Carter Linden, and Mrs. Young. They were some not very nice young ladies. Well, I do regret that Mrs. Cook was not able to be helped.
Did this happen at like the town garden? Like, is that why we need to investigate it?
No, that was not what happened. No, it did not happen at the town arboretum. It happened at Mrs. Carter Linden's. In Red Delicious Roads. No, we asked you to investigate the arboretum for a different reason.
Okay. What may that reason be, Yaya?
Yeah, so I don't know if you knew this, but the young Millie Pritchett had spent a lot of time there. So that Mrs. Ulysses, the woman she is, apparently was part with the after school clubs, that you young people do. She was part of the town beautification project, helping in the arboretum, and she spent many late nights there alone and had a key to the place herself. I don't know if there is anything that could help you there, but I do think it is interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely. Thank you, Yaya. Thank you again for this evil eye. I'll make sure to try to figure out what's in there.
Please, Koricha, stay safe.
For your notes, and because you would already know who this is, Mrs. Ulysses is another old woman who lives in town. In the first community meeting, she was the old lady who had asked the question. And she's very old.
No, I'm sorry, she's not as old as Yaya, actually. That's canon.
But she's still very old, but she's not as old as Yaya, and they disagree about it.
You could argue that there is granny beef.
Hence the name. So,
Oh, that's where it came from. Okay.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
the beef that Ed had with. Oh.
I saw.
you
I had a note under it that just said "band in town." Like I thought Granny Beef was the name of a band.
no.
No.
It
no.
is the
Okay.
real life beef between two grandmas
Yeah.
in this
I
town.
love
I
that.
cannot be trusted to take good notes.
No.
Okay.
Penelope, before you're able to turn to Yaya, say anything else, you hear rushing back up to the podium. Taylor Hudson gets on, he goes, grabbing it. He looks a bit frazzled and just says, I greatly apologize, everybody, but we'll have to cut the community meeting short here. There seems to be some sort of odd substance, and he points over to the side where Ed, Norman, and Yaya were, and you just see this kind of like bubbling liquid that's on the floor.
Oh no. it was just a drop. I thought it was just a tiny drop. It was my vision.
It's a little bit. There's a little bit on the floor buzzing. It's got this very pungent, as you turn to it, odor of like sulfur, like something expired but also fermented at the same
I
time.
regret.
The hot dog water.
The hot dog water.
I was gonna say, is it that or is it
Maybe.
something else?
Yeah, just casually starting a chemical fire.
Penelope, roll investigative mystery to identify what that was that they had dropped.
Yai sighs really loudly when he does that.
That is a 9.
All right, you know that it cannot be hot dog water because Norman had ingested that. This looks like some sort of brew that had fallen.
Can I do like a help out since I'm standing right next to her?
Yeah, so she can identify that it is not the hot dog water, it's something else, and you can roll help out to explain.
Yeah, was this you?
Well, I'm gonna mark experience because I rolled a
Okay.
3, which is plus. Wait, God, where the fuck's my character sheet? I mean, it's not gonna do anything. 3 plus 2 is still a 5. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark experience. I think Yaya just says Hanayamu under her breath and just sort of shakes her head.
Yeah. So Taylor then he and a few of like the other two had helped set up these community meetings. They're just townsfolk that are helping out. They start shuffling all of yous out of the community center and you're sent on your way. And with that, that will end our community meeting.
Yay!
Oh, boy.
Can Yaya come back later and try to clean it up?
We're gonna say now because it's a weird substance, so like the fire department is
Oh
coming.
God! Oh no,
Fucking
man!
hazmat.
Yeah,
All
so
Fuck
that is
me.
the end of our community meeting. The rest of yous would have gone home to prepare for later this evening. These people will be CJ, James, and Penelope. It's gonna be our Mystery Kids episode.
Woo!
I'm so scared.
Are you Team Granny Beef or Team Mystery Kids? Put down in the comments.
I love me granny beef.
Hate it.
Horrendous.
We are very excited so that you can listen to how they navigate a mystery with very little information that
Or
was
wrong information.
or wrong.
Love
That's
it.
up to how our mystery kids can piece together that chaos.
We did our
I'm just gonna say
best.
everything Ed said was truthful.
It was all truthful, but eloquently explained, perhaps not.
It makes sense when you'll like go back after you listen to it. You'll be like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
this
so
is gonna be a
excited
fun
to
one to
listen
listen
to
back
it.
to.
Oh yeah. And with that, say goodbye, Neighborhood Watch,
Bye, neighborhood.
Bye, neighborhood
watch.
and we will see you in the next episode.
And cut to Lunday reading 50 Shades of Chicken.
"50 Shades of Chicken." Parody in a cookbook by F.L. Fowler. For chicken lovers everywhere. How have I gotten myself into this? I glance around the spotless, meticulously organized kitchen. Trussing twine, skewers, mallets. Is that a cleaver? Holy crap. I don't even fit in. I share a shelf in the fridge with a ham so enormous I have to huddle up against the door, even though it's a double wide Sub-Zero. The other shelves are stuffed with bags of leafy greens. Neatly wrapped paper parcels of what might be fish or fancy cheese, and uniform rows of carefully labeled condiment jars. Down in a crisper, all by itself, is a radish, aloof and flaunting its freshness. Then there's me, mundane, scrawny, and shrink-wrapped. I'm closest with the enormous ham, even though she's so much cooler than I am. She hogs the shelf, but she's my nearest and dearest friend. She's piquant, if I'm using that word right. Smoky, salty. Oh, is piquant, yeah. Pig-headed, bodacious, and always seems to know what's cooking. She'll make an exceptional holiday dinner. Suddenly, the fridge door I'm resting on swings open, and I find myself rolling off the shelf and falling towards the kitchen floor. Crap! My plastic wrapper bursts as I land, and my giblet bag slides halfway out. Double crap. Damn my cheap packaging. I instantly feel hands on me, lifting me carefully from the tiles. Long, powerful fingers cradle me from underneath and expertly tuck my giblets back in place. Holy cow. Something clenches deep inside me. My rescuer lays me on a countertop. He's wearing jeans and a clean white apron. He's young and handsome, with a rakish mop of hair. He has muscled arms and clearly works out. but it's his hands that have me mesmerized. They're smooth, pale, perfectly manicured, and beyond competent. The kitchen is all sleek white tile, blonde wood, and black granite. There's no clutter on the shiny counters, and the ceramic backsplash is bare except for an incredibly long magnetic knife rack. It's filled with gray steel blades of all kinds, fat, thin, long, short, curved, and straight, and all of them obviously sharp as hell. Displayed together, they are breathtaking. He notices my attention fixed on them. "You like my collection?" he asks coolly. "Extraordinary, like an artist's tools," I say slowly, as he cocks his head to one side, then to the other. He looks at me in a way that sears my gizzard. "I couldn't agree more," he replies, in his voice suddenly soft, and for some reason I find myself blushing. "There must be 4 dozen knives up there," I stammer. I'm hypnotized by the gleaming edges, and his hands at the same time. 50 blades to be precise, he intones. "This kitchen is my domain. I need to have complete control when I prep." Holy shit. The way he says it shakes my liver out of place again. Mr. Blades can prep me anytime. "I can imagine," I managed to say. "It's all about finesse, Miss Hen." Whoa. He keeps shifting direction. He's so weirdly formal. Who calls a chicken Miss Hen? But then, nobody's ever really taken the time to talk to me before. "I have enormous respect for food," he continues. "To derive deep satisfaction from the mundane, tourneing a radish," I don't know if I said that right, there's an accent on it, "cutting a potato, portioning a syllabub. What's a syllabub? I don't know food. These form the foundation of what I do." Raising the mundane to the extraordinary, I say, mesmerized. I really shouldn't look at his hands. It's unsettling. He cocks his head and gazes at me. I blush again under the burning force of that stare. He's cooking me with his eyes. How does he do that? His words continue to echo in the secret darkness of my soul. "It's all about finesse." Chickens don't do finesse. My subconscious sneers at me. I flush at my foolish inward thoughts. But a girl can dream, can't she? 1. The novice bird. He's clearly not into me. I wait quietly on the counter and watch his skillful, knowing hands work. Desire pools way down in my cavity. And then, in spite of myself, I start to daydream while he preps the radish. He cocks an eyebrow. "Penny for your thoughts, Miss Hen?" He appears focused on his task, but there's a sly glint in his eye. I flush. "Oh, I was just imagining your hands traveling up my thighs and your teeth nibbling my breasts." That's not... Oh my god. "You seem to have a lot of little bowels." What? Bowls! I can't read and speak at the same time. When are they gonna finish? When are they gonna finish talking so I can undeafen? You seem to have a lot of little bowls, I say calmly as possible. He's arranged a dozen tiny ramekins in an orderly row on the counter. He fills each of them with a spice, an herb, or a chopped ingredient, carefully portioned from a measuring spoon. "You're a very sharp-eyed chicken," he says, and that look returns. I exercise perfect control over everything that happens in this kitchen. I require exactitude from my ingredients. What a control freak, and arrogant to boot. But the apron he's wearing hangs off his hips in a way that turns my bones to jelly. "So what are you whipping up there?" I ask hopefully. "Well, what I'm whipping up, as you put it, is a salad." Salade? A salad? A salad doesn't have an E. Salad compose, he says, without a trace of humor in his smile. I create experiences. It's my belief that a meal can be a transcendent experience. Like a Bach concerto, it's all about finesse. I know what makes ingredients go tick. I find the best ones, and then take them beyond themselves. The bottom line is that it always comes down to ingredients. That I know what I want. He stares at me intently. Why does he have such an unnerving effect on me? He's constantly shifting. One minute he's all foxy looks and hungry smiles, and the next he's curt and sharp. His fridge is packed with exotic foods, but he seems to have eyes only for the radish. Could it be? Are you a vegetarian? I blurt before I can stop myself. He draws a sharp breath. I'm mortified beyond words. Double crap. Why can't I keep my head on for once? My agonized subconscious is begging me on bended knee. Taking that again. My agonized subconscious is begging me on bended knee to stop gabbling. No, chicken, I am not. He cocks his head to one side and stares coolly at me. He is not amused. I cringe. I feel the blood drain from my entire body. I'm sorry, I stammer. It just popped out. A timer goes off, saving my skin. You know, I could find use for you in this menu, he says suddenly. The preparations would be minimal enough for a novice, with relatively uncomplicated flavor profiles. Is he considering me for an entree? Oh, thank you, but I don't think I'm up to scratch. Why not? Isn't it obvious? I'm underweight, graceless, and wrapped in cheap plastic. Not to me. I suspect you have great potential. You seem so versatile. His gaze is intense. I feel a strange pull low down in my body. I appreciate the offer, I stammer. I really do, but I don't believe I'm prepared for this position. He sets his mouth in a hard line for a moment, then picks me up in his hand. He adjusts my wrapper and helps me back into the Sub-Zero. Very well, Miss Hen. Until we meet again. I feel a strange charge come through his fingertips before he sets me down. Must be static electricity. I believe I'll never live down the vegetarian question. But I have a thrilling, dark intuition that those hands aren't done with me. And then there's a recipe for plain vanilla chicken. Are they ready yet? No. All right, keeping going. The brandy is definitely... That's not his voice. Also, his voice is awful, isn't it? Oh my god. I don't know what I'm doing. The brandy is definitely a good idea, but it's time to sell it. Definitely not a good... Taking the whole page again. The brandy is definitely not a good idea, but it's time to celebrate. Here's to flying the coop to a new life in the big world. I want to shake my tail before I know it. There he is. My Mr. Blades. Somehow he always shows up when I'm feeling vulnerable and raw. Raw chicken, nice. He takes me from the fridge and lays me gently back on the platter. His fingers are so strong and commanding, and the alcohol is making me cocky. Does this mean you're about to make dinner with me? I blurt. His expression hooded. No, chicken. First of all, I don't make dinner. I cook. Hard, he says. Second, we need to look at some recipes together. Third, you've had too much brandy, and you need to rinse. Recipes? Me in a recipe? I hear my subconscious squawking and a warning from somewhere far across a brandied mist. Blades holds me under the faucet. The touch of his hands in the flowing water make my tail convulse deliciously. The tension grows unbearable. I feel precarious, as if I were about to fall for him again. A cluck of longing emerges from deep inside me. Suddenly, We can't help ourselves with his long-fingered hands, and his long-fingered hands are all over me. I want to cook you, he whispers, whole. Oh my, I'm heating from the inside out. He reaches over me to open a colossal cabinet full of spice jars. Tell me how you want it. You choose. Want it? I say, gasping. I'm a roaster. What should I want besides a little salt and pepper? Yes, you know spices. Method. What recipe? Now I finally get it. I feel like such an idiot. He wants to flavor me. I try to hide my disappointment. I've never been seasoned, I mumble, despondently. Or even, prepped. His mouth presses into a hard line, and I can feel his shock and exasperation. Never, he whispers. Not like this, I confess. No one's ever even crisped you. No, and I'm not sure I'm ready for the spicy stuff. The sprawling spice cabinet stands wide open, like a kinky taunt. I'm practically pink with embarrassment. My unconscious squawks with indignation. Why should I be ashamed? I may be a tipsy chicken, but I'm free-range, organic tipsy chicken with an unexpired sell-by date. I shouldn't need spicy additives. For the first time, he appears to be at a total loss. He drums his fingers on the cutting board. Finally, he seems to reach a decision. Into the bowl, he commands, ripping a sheet from a packet of foil. I don't do vanilla. I've never done vanilla. But tonight, we're doing vanilla. Roast chicken with brandy vanilla butter. Serves 4. 4 tablespoons unsalted butter, very soft. 1 tablespoon brandy. 2 teaspoons vanilla extract. 1.5 teaspoons sugar. 1.5 teaspoons coarse kosher salt. 1 teaspoon freshly ground black pepper. 1 3.5 to 4 pound chicken patted dry with paper towels. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit in a medium bowl. Whisk together the butter, brandy, vanilla, sugar, half teaspoon salt, then half teaspoon black pepper, until it forms a smooth, supple spread. At first it will seem to curdle, but continue beating until it submits. I didn't expect the recipes to have that in it too. Oh my god. Season the chicken, including the cavity, with the remaining 1 teaspoon salt and half teaspoon pepper. Fill your hand with butter and gently slide your fingers beneath the skin of beneath the skin of the breasts, slathering butter on the flesh as you go. They did word it that way specifically for sure, though. Work your way down to the thighs. Repeat until you have used all the butter. Place the chicken on a rack set over a rimmed baking sheet. Roast until the thigh juices run clear when pierced with the tip of a knife. The skin is crisp and golden. About 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let rest for 10 minutes before carving. Oh! Hope you weren't waiting long. I was doing a reading of 50 Shades of Chicken.